Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Now, this is a rare occasion in hip hop, man. We're going to be talking about one of the biggest names in music, period. If not the biggest name in music, man. We talking about Drake, man. He's killing it right now. He's been killing it forever, right? Well, you got a new artist coming into play, right? This is one of those rare times in music where two things are simultaneously happening, right? You got a new young artist like Jack Harlow who's coming into the fold, and you got Drake who's basically giving him a cosign while also simultaneously dissing one of his ops allegedly, right? Now, I know that's a lot to unpack, so let me break it down here. Now, Jack Harlow and Drake have a song that was just leaked on social media, right? And in the song, Drake has a rather long verse where he talks about a lot of complex issues. And towards the mid portion of the verse, it gets to dissing, man. And it sounds like he's dissing none other than his famous op, Pusha T. To the point so that even DJ Academics took to social media to point out the lyrics where it sounds like Drake is dissing Pusha T. Now, Drake never says Pusha T's name, but Drake disses rappers all the time in the past without saying their names. You know, he's really good at that, man. And it makes for a better diss song, especially when you have to decode the lyrics. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the release of this new song, or at least the leak of this new song, which is Jack Harlow featuring Drake. And we're going to talk about the lyrics that a lot of people feel are pointed at Pusha T. Now, before we do that, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, first and foremost, I want to talk about Jack Harlow just a little bit, man. Now, Jack Harlow is a relatively new MC in the game, right? He dropped a song that's, man, it just shot all the way to the top of the charts pretty much, and it's called First Class. I'm not sure if it's going to be the number one or the number two song on the Hot 100, list this week, but it's going to land at one of those. That's what the estimates are out there, right? Now, in this song, First Class, he does a lot to cross over with his fan base and brags about a lot of things, and obviously, due to the success of this song, it looks like he's prepping for an album release, right? And what better motivation, or I should just even say, what better advertisement can you get than a song with the biggest artist in the game, Drake, the biggest artist in the world, Drake, you know what I mean? So there's a leak out there where there's lyrics that have been leaked of a song where Drake and Jack Harlow are rapping together. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to make the album, but let's keep it real, man. Who in the world wouldn't release a song that they have with Drake or a collab that they have with Drake? So there's a story from hiphopdx.com. And it says this in their headline. It says, Drake raps about abandonment issues on leaked Jack Harlow collab. Now, in that headline, they talk about the song, but they're not talking about what I would talk about, because the even bigger story is the breakdown of the lyrics and the fact that Drake might be, rekindling his battle with Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? Putting it out there that, I want Pusha T back to the ring so we can do this again, man. That's what it seems like. But we know that Drake, he's the king also of dissing people on other people's songs. Like, he'll get on somebody else's song and diss another rapper, man. And, the rapper doesn't trip because who he's featuring with or he's collabing with, because, come on, doc, you just got a Drake collab or a Drake feature. Now, it does seem on this song like it's kind of a passing of the guard, too. Like, he's bringing Jack Harlow into to the mainstream, where he's at in the game. And Jack Harlow is doing well, don't get me wrong. Jack Harlow's, streaming numbers, crazy, Spotify, all that stuff is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's doing really, really good. You know what I mean? This is just helping cement, his position in the game and probably help build up for the release of his next album. So let's talk about these lyrics, right? Now, in the beginning of the verse, Drake talks about a lot of development and growth, as a man and stuff like that. Real mature topic type stuff, right? Now, the song, I don't know. There's a lot of debate about what it's called. It's being called Untitled Drake Verse, and there's also names that it's been called Churchill Downs, and it's also been called Have a Turn. So we'll see what the official name is when the song eventually gets released, and it looks like it's going to be on Jack Harlow's upcoming album, like his sophomore release. But in the verses, man, so let's break down these lyrics where a lot of people are saying he's dissing Pusha T. Okay, now halfway through the verse, Drake starts to throw out what people are calling a lot of sneak disses at Pusha T. And I don't think this is just aimed at Pusha T, but this might be me, just, looking for other things. But rock with me. Now, I'm going to talk about this verse or halfway through the verse, and I got to throw in some blanks there because of some of the language. But, man, you'll get the gist of it. So let's get it, man. So he says this. He says, my urges for revenge are uncontrollable. I know we're getting older though, yeah, but I gotta get a back for that. It's non-negotiable. It's not even debatable. I'm getting so rich, my music's not even relatable. I blow a head up, it's an inflatable. Baby blue G class, I feel like a kid again. Praying for my downfall don't make you a religious man. All I hear is plug talk coming from a middleman. All I hear is tall tales coming from a little man. Now, a lot of people are attributing those bars, that set of bars right there, to Pusha T. And he continues, man. He says, when I say I rarely refer to women, most of the I know are that not even women. I know that sounds like I'm being funny. I'm not even kidding. Same ones that say they run the game when they're not even in it. To be honest, y'all financial situation is my biggest motivation. And how you should take that statement is based on what you making. Whips and chains like a dominatrix. Whap. Psh. If I see you, I'm spitting in your faces. Hot too. Daytonas with the green faces. Now, Pusha T had an album called Daytonas, right? And it seems like, yes, this is a diss to Pusha T, man. But earlier in the verse, he did say something else that I want to talk about, man. He also said this. He said, I got my realtor out here playing Monopoly. How can I address you when you don't own property? They only finesse you when you don't move properly. Destined for the win, but you don't get a prize out of me. I'm destined for the top, but you can get a rise out of me. $750 for the round, canaries and they glittering. Man, you cats dropping trash, you littering. I'm over-delivering to this point, it's belittling. I mean, the PTSD is triggering. The profit is sickening, the stones is shimmering. Came from the north, but I got hottest and ain't no shivering. Now, it sounds like, I don't know, man. I don't want to throw any extra names in here, but man, based on all that, and I know I talked about the middle part of the verse first, just to point at the Pusha T part, because it seems like Drake, man, he wants his get back for that story of Eddie Don. It seems like Drake is not over his back and forth with Pusha T, because a lot of people do believe that Pusha T got the best of Drake, you know what I mean? And there's nobody else they can say that about ever, you know what I mean? And I like the fact that Drake raps in these codes sometimes to where you got to go back and decode the verse, and when you start to put things together, they all start making sense. You know, it's like a puzzle or something like that. But the people that he directs the verse at, it's usually not as obvious. So, you know, in this case, is it possible that Drake might be calling Pusha T to the ring? Like he's loaded up and ready to have another back and forth with Pusha T? Or is it possible that people are just looking too much into these lyrics and thinking that Drake is not over a beef that's so gone and so far past, right? Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think that Drake is gunning for Pusha T again? Or do you feel like he might be talking about some other rappers as well? Because in the verse, he does talk about people clicking up just to mess with him and stuff like that. Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.